Going to make a series of videos, and I hope you'll indulge me, and I hope you'll be patient with me. It's Penuel the Black Pen. I made a video about how it triggers me when people accuse me of being captured by Rob Hersov and how I'm a sellout because I'm a paying member of AfriForum, because I idolize what some Afrikaners have built in Orania. I'd like you to indulge me because I want to speak about this concept of being captured. And I understand that some people are going to watch this video or these videos, and later on I'm going to have to remake them because some people maybe are going to be bumping into my content for the first time, or people that have watched these videos are going to have forgotten and I'll have to explain again. I'll use Rob Hersov as an example, but this doesn't only apply to him. 2 years ago, Rob Hersov gave a speech at the Biz News conference. And in that speech, he was saying Futsak ANC, and the ANC is led by a lot of idiots. He used Fikile Mbalula as an example. It went viral, that speech, and Rob became an instant super celebrity. It came out that he was a descendant of wealth in South Africa who had built their money off mining, and it triggered a lot of black people in this country. How dare this privileged white man who has traveled the world and lived in luxury come and talk shit about our leaders who fought for us and who are responsible for the black economic empowerment, affirmative action, and some of the social welfare we have today. I made a video after that speech. I enjoyed the speech very much, and that speech, or the video that I made, eventually led to me meeting Rob and I beginning a relationship and a friendship. In that speech, some of the things I said was explaining rich white people in South Africa. You can go and watch that speech, and look, maybe I'll put a link in the description to that video that I made. Sorry, I'll put a link to Rob Hersov's speech, and then I'll put a link to my video that I made. That my video went viral as well. Such a boss. I speak about in that video how rich white people have got an agenda. Everyone has an agenda, by the way, in this country. What's kind of funny is it's mostly the middle class who seem to be pushing other people's agendas except their own. It's quite tragic to see, but also not surprising. The middle class are the most overworked, most underappreciated, and the most overtaxed people in the country. When it comes to voting, though, weirdly, the middle class don't vote for less taxes and less work strain. They don't vote for tax the rich people more, and they don't vote for cut down social welfare. Weirdly, the middle class normally pick either side or both sides. So they normally vote for more social welfare or more grants, better free healthcare, better schooling, etc. for the poor. Or they vote for the rich to say, well, these people, the unions are killing them. If they want to create jobs, if we want to grow the economy, make sure that rich people have got an easier way to make money. Rich people focus on their own agenda. I'll speak about them just now. Poor people, when they go vote, the reason why so many poor people are going to go vote for the ANC again next year is because they have an RDP, which is maybe worth 150,000 rand. So they got a free house, 2 bedrooms, a lounge area, a kitchen, gratis, for free, mahala. It's pretty dope. They get to use free clinics, free hospitals where they get medication, which you have to pay for, by the way, when you go to a Discount, Clicks, Pick and Pay, and Checkers have got their pharmacies now, and every other pharmacy out there. They get free meds, boy. Free injections. They get a doctor for free, nurses for free. Yes, they have to wait 3-4 hours, of course. But 3-4 hours is cheap because it's free and you'd be doing nothing. They get to send their kids to free schools where the teachers get paid by, they don't know, they don't give a fuck. The teachers are earning 17, 20,000, 25,000 a month. Their kids get to go there. There's infrastructure. Well, hopefully, some of the schools don't. Not only do their kids get to study for free, they also get free textbooks. Some of the schools actually even offer free uniform, school shoes, and then their kids get to eat. The kids get there in the morning and they have porridge. Maybe they have oats, maybe they have bread, they have lunch at the school. Sometimes it's rice and chicken, could be hot dogs. Come on, boy. So those people go and vote for freebies. They don't give a fuck what's happening politically. There's corruption, Transnet is falling apart, SAA has been sold for 50 rand, still Ramaphosa and Pala. They don't care. They are going to vote for their agenda. Some of them are getting 350, their children get 490. The old age grant, I think, is close to, if it's not, at 2,000 rand a month now. Free. That's what they're voting for. They get what they vote for. Rich people, generally, their votes, because there's so few of them, their votes don't carry weight. So what do they do instead? They use their money to rent politicians. And they fund political campaigns so that the politicians, number one, ensure that the poor masses are kept at bay with social welfare. Social welfare is an insurance for the rich, along with charity. That's why the rich also donate to non-profit organizations. Besides the fact that they get tax breaks and they get free PR, the Motsepe Foundation, Patrice looks like a hero because he runs this charity foundation, Gift of the Givers, etc. The Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. But besides that, it's also an insurance policy. I'll donate to this NPO. I will fund politicians and pay some tax. The rich are always looking to cheat tax, just so that the poor masses don't get too angry. As long as they've gotten their injection, as long as their kids are getting fed for free, as long as they get their 350, 490, etc., their RTP, they will not bug us. It's cheap. It's cheaper than giving them jobs. And it's better than having them become middle class or rich. So the rich lease politicians for that. And then the politicians also have this thing of having to ensure that the rich pay as little tax as possible. All the red tape is removed so that they make money, lots of money, and so that they keep competitors out. If you look at your politicians, part of their work is to make the business environment so difficult to compete in. If you want to have a banking license, a retail banking license, 260 million rand just to get in. 260 million. How many South Africans have 260 million? If you want to get an insurance license, if you want to get into cannabis now, Instalment, and start a business there, you need millions just to get the license and to get a farm. If you want to get into manufacturing, if you want to get into mining, getting a mining license from Gwede Mantashe, come on, boy, the bribes you have to pay there. If you want to get big tenders, big business, a big procurement, which only the big tenderpreneurs, a lot of them white, have access to, you need to have a lot of money to pay the bribes, to fund the politicians, etc. Rich people have their agenda and they focus on it. Does Rob Hersov have an agenda? Do other rich white people have an agenda? For fuck's sakes, yeah, they do. Their agenda is, we want to preserve our wealth, we want to preserve our privileges, we want to become rich, and we don't want crime. We don't want to be struggling and all those things, so we will fund that and we will work for that. Why is Rob Hersov upset? Why are other rich white people upset? They're upset because of load shedding, which is affecting them. If it was affecting the poor black masses, we don't know if they'd care, to be fully honest. To be fully honest. And it's not just them, it's the middle class as well. If the middle class, black, white, Indian, colored, didn't have load shedding, and it was only load shedding in townships and informal settlements, we wouldn't know if they actually care. They'd be like, oh, it's not really my problem. So they're being affected by load shedding. They're being affected by potholes. You're driving your nice fancy cars on roads and boom, your tire, 5,000 rand tire, boy, gone. Angry. Then you look at the business environment, which people like Rob Hersov and them invest in, and you look at the rampant corruption in tenders, you look at the rampant corruption in places like Eskom and state-owned enterprises, you look at the influx of foreign businesses, American businesses, Chinese businesses, European businesses, such that local business people, Johan Rupert, Yanni Mouton, Christo Visa, Rob Hersov, even the black guys, Patrice Motsepe, Robert Gumede, Mzi Kumalo, Saki Matozoma, the Gnene family, etc. They now have to compete with dollar billionaires from America, dollar billionaires from London, from Germany, dollar billionaires from China, from Korea. And they're saying, this is bullshit. Why the fuck are you guys allowing that? It's because, of course, the ANC gets certain bribes. I mean, look at Pala. There's a conspiracy theory that people like Cyril, because they are no longer getting campaigning money from the billionaires in South Africa, are getting their money from external sources. Could be a Sudanese businessman, as they claim. Could be people from the Middle East. Could be Japanese, Chinese. could be Europeans saying, listen, we'll send you euros, we'll send you yuan, we'll send you dollars. And then you can push our agenda, which is to bring our business in. People like Rob and them are angry. You must understand again, these people pay politicians in tax. They're the ones that create the jobs. They're the ones that ensure that there's social welfare. And then after all of that, it seems like the politicians are saying, fuck you and your money and the jobs you're creating. We'll still ensure that you get load shed. We'll ensure that there's potholes. We'll ensure that there's high crime. And your privilege will get dismantled. Is the privilege getting dismantled on behalf of the poor masses? No. The poor masses are worse off than ever before. And the rich white elite are saying, but we're creating jobs and we're paying tax. Why are these people still struggling? Why are they marching in the streets? Cyril, Jacob, Gwede, Figile. I don't understand why your poor black masses are so angry when my grandfather and my father, whether it's the Hersovs or the Penuels or the Oppenheimers or whoever else, could look at the Zulu kingdom. All of these guys during CODESA, we reached an agreement. You guys were meant to take care of the masses. We've given you money. We've given you the resources. We've helped you build some of the schools and the clinics. These people are meant to be fine, but you guys are not serving them. You're putting this money in your own pockets. And then after all of that, you're not even capacitating us to run business locally. You're bringing in foreign friends to come and make things difficult for us. So we're pissed. We're pissed. And then what happens from there is now people start coming up with these concepts of capture where Rob Hersov and other rich white people are saying, since Cyril and the ANC are no longer doing what we mandated them to do at CODESA, let us start looking for new voices, new people. And that's where people like myself now start becoming people of interest. Nhlanhla Lux, Julius Malema. Are we the new age captured people? Penuel the Black Pen.